At the end of last week, supporters of the Israeli soccer team Maccabi Tel Aviv, who were in Amsterdam to watch their club play a match against Ajax, rampaged through the streets, hurling racist insults at residents, chanting genocidal slogans, and attacking buildings that had Palestinian flags hanging in them. It was all according to numerous eyewitness accounts and video evidence. Among the chants that could be heard were, quote, "Let the IDF win and fuck the Arabs, ole, 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 ole. Why is school out in Gaza? There are no children left there, ole, ole." I guess it's supposed to flow better in Hebrew, but it's still pretty disgusting stuff. And the Maccabi Tel Aviv team's fans are notorious for being awful. An Israeli survey way back in 2003 found that they were, quote, "the most racist." And in 2023, the group Let's Kick Racism and Violence Out of Israeli Soccer released a report on the pervasiveness of racism at Israeli stadiums, which, to be fair, can be found in stadiums across Europe too. But still, the report found, quote, "There were 190 incidents of racist chanting at matches during this past season. This is more than double what had previously been considered the most racist season, 2015 to 2016, in which 79 incidents of racist chanting had been reported. While most of the chanting was directed at Arabs by Jewish fans, there were also 28 incidents of anti-black chants. Specifically, they would chant monkey at black players. Beitar Jerusalem was the club where the most incidents of racist chanting were recorded, 78, followed by Maccabi Tel Aviv, 65. Okay, so I guess the club is now second most racist. Anyway, after the team got totally wrecked by Ajax 5-0, Maccabi fans took out their frustration on the streets of Amsterdam, assuming, I guess, that they too could get away with whatever they wanted. But this time, residents fought back and beat their asses. Several people were injured, and more than 60 were arrested. Now, massive brawls after soccer games aren't the most unusual thing in the world, especially when fans act like assholes in hostile territory, and especially when those fans start attacking the city itself. But this incident was reported by most major outlets in the West as a mass anti-Semitic attack against Jews. It was compared to a pogrom, and even Kristallnacht. Israel seized on the story and said it was sending emergency planes to Amsterdam to rescue citizens. President Biden tweeted, quote, "The anti-Semitic attacks on Israeli soccer fans in Amsterdam are despicable and echo dark moments in history when Jews were persecuted." Secretary of State Antony Blinken added, quote, "There is no place in our world for anti-Semitic attacks like those against Israeli soccer fans in Amsterdam yesterday. The United States stands with the Dutch and Israeli governments in strongly condemning these horrible acts of violence and anti-Semitism in all its forms." Once again, we see what truly disgusts U.S. imperial paper pushers. Tens of thousands of children getting blown up in Gaza? Nah. But some Israeli hooligans getting their bells rung in Amsterdam after fucking around and finding out? Well, then you get strong condemnations of horrible acts of violence. The only major outlet in the West that seemed to accurately report on the events was actually British Sky News. Take a look at this report.
On Wednesday, social media videos verified by Sky News show Maccabi Tel Aviv fans tearing down Palestinian flags from outside of homes. Other social media videos appeared to show residents chasing Maccabi Tel Aviv fans. On Thursday, just before the game, crowds of Maccabi fans were filmed singing racist and anti-Arab songs. Later that evening during the match, Israeli supporters appeared to disrupt the minute silence for Valencia flood victims with chants, whistles and fireworks. Maccabi fans were seen attacking locals as a police car can be seen driving by. Israeli far-right ultras are notorious for their racism and physical violence.
Yeah, hard not to watch that report and conclude that the Maccabi fans totally deserved it. Although that report was promptly taken down and replaced with a new one with edits that totally changed the framing and made it more about anti-Semitism. In Mondoweiss, Sana Saeed wrote about this episode, quote, "The coverage of events in Amsterdam reveals a troubling but transparent and tired pattern. It serves as a rhetorical tool to justify violence against Arabs and Muslims, whether in Gaza or within the streets of Europe. Each narrative, whether centered around October 7th or November 7th, invariably positions Jewish suffering and historical trauma at its core, thus reinforcing the notion of a Jewish right to violence." And as a result of that, now, not only does the Israeli military have free rein to commit war crimes in Gaza and Lebanon, but Israeli soccer fans also have free rein to spark racist riots in foreign countries. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.